Hello guys, sorry you can't see my face, I look rough as a bear's arse. I've told you I'm going to make Hotfoot powder. Don't mind these chunky arms, I look like I'm, woo! If you see me, I look rough as a bear's arse. I've got a, wait a minute, you'll scream, look. Getting over a cold sore. But I caught it quite quickly, so that's good. Right, so guys, I told you I was going to make a Hotfoot powder. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these gloves on because there's one thing that I use that I do not want to get on my hands and stuff like that. So, first I'm going to show you how to do a basic one, and then I'm going to add stuff to it, like to make it the way I make it. But, so I'm going to do now, I'm going to put these weird gloves on. Right, so, for the basic Hotfoot powder that anyone could basically use, is, you know what I mean, if you can't get any of the other stuff. But, right, the first thing that you'll need for the basic Hotfoot powder would be salt, sea salt, any kind of salt that you can get. So what I'll do is I'll put some salt in here. The next ingredient for the basic is black pepper. Black pepper, you can use any black peppercorns. So you need black pepper here. The next thing you would use for the basic one is either cayenne pepper. Some people like to use cayenne pepper, but I use hot chili powder. I love to use hot chili powder because it makes it more hot. So this is basically for a basic Hotfoot powder. Basic Hotfoot powder, people will just use salt, pepper, cayenne pepper. That's just a basic. I'm going to sneeze in a minute because I've just got chili powder up my nose. Bear with me a second, I'm going to sneeze. Woo! Yeah. So that's the basic kind of one. But if that's all you can get, is just the cayenne pepper, the salt and the pepper. Yeah, salt, pepper, cayenne pepper. If you've got cayenne pepper, you haven't, just use super hot chili powder. Also, some chili flakes. I like to add some chili flakes to the. Oh, that's quite a lot in there. I'm making a big batch anyway, so that's good. Chili flakes in as well. A bit too much in there, but it doesn't matter because I'm making a big batch anyway. And remember, you only need to use a pinch of Hotfoot powder. So this is the basic version here, as you can see, which is salt, pepper, either cayenne pepper or chili powder. You can never use cayenne pepper or chili powder. Like I said, I use really hot chili powder, and also you can either use red pepper flakes or red chili flakes. I always use chili flakes, but that's what I use anyway. So that looks like that. So to up it, if you've got, this is just a basic one. So to up the ante, basically, how I make it. So this is the basic version: the salt, the pepper, the cayenne pepper, or chili powder, red pepper flakes or red chili flakes. So that's the basic one. So how I make mine is I take the basic one and then I add graveyard dirt to it. So this is mine. This is the way I make my one. So I add graveyard dirt to my Hotfoot powder here. Graveyard dirt, I might add a tiny bit more graveyard dirt. nose is like sniffly now because I've got pepper up my nose. So that's graveyard dirt. And the reason why I'm using these gloves is because of this powder. This powder is sulphur, also known as brimstone, whatever you want to call it, but sulphur. You do not want to get this on your hands or not breathe it in, so you've got to be very careful. This is how I up the ante with my stuff. So I'm going to put a pinch of sulphur. Well, I'm going to add 2 pinches because this is how strong I make mine. And that's basically how I make my Hotfoot powder. So I use this in vinegar jars, or vinegar jars, people call them sour jars. Some people call them sour jars, but they are actually known as vinegar jars. Basically to like sour up someone's life, you can put that in there. You can use it on Hotfoot candles, you can use it to put in people's foot tracks. So this is how I make my Hotfoot powder. So like I said, the basic one is the salt, the pepper, the cayenne pepper or chili powder. Or you could put both in, it depends how much how strong you want it to be. Chili flakes or pepper flakes. Like I said, I use these ones here. That's crushed chili extra hot. I get them ones, so I use that. So once I'm going to put a couple of more chili flakes in here. Like I said, if you've got red pepper flakes, just use them. Or you can get chili flakes, is what I like to use to make it extra spicy and hot. Like I said, Hotfoot powder is basically used to drive someone away from you. Get them to bugger off somewhere else. Or you could use it in breakup spells, obviously to pull people apart and make them move away from each other. Put it on a Hotfoot candle, if you inscribe their name into a black candle and your intentions on the candle as well, and then rub some of this Hotfoot powder into it. You could do a Hotfoot candle like that way. Also, if you've got an enemy, pick up their foot track where they stood, like basically shovel it up and put it in a jar and put Hotfoot powder on top of it. You could do that way. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with Hotfoot, basically, Hotfoot powder. But Hotfoot powder is brilliant stuff. So yeah, this is how I make mine. So how I made mine was the salts, the pepper, the chili powder, the chili flakes, the graveyard dirt, and sulphur. This is how I made my Hotfoot powder. And remember, the basic one, if you can't get any of these, like sulphur, I think you can basically you can get sulphur anywhere, because you can use it in your garden to I think you can use it around your plants to ward off, is it spiders or bugs or something? You can use sulphur around your plants or something. That's what I've heard. But you can get it in anywhere, basically, I think. But yeah, this is how I make mine. Like I said, I used salt, pepper, graveyard dirt, sulphur, chili flakes, chili powder. That's my version. But remember, the basic version is salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, or you can use your chili powder, chili flakes, or red pepper flakes. That's the basic one. Anyone can make that, because they probably have that kind of stuff in your pantry or in your herb cupboard. But like I said, I've added to the basic one, I've added the graveyard dirt and the sulphur. And sometimes I'll add other stuff, but this is just basically how I make it. So yeah, I know everyone wanted to know how to make Hotfoot powder. Like I said, you can make the basic one if that's all you have, or if you want to get out there and get some graveyard dirt and some sulphur, you can do that. Like if you're using this for like destruction work or something, you could add a few drops of destruction oil in it, which I have, and I'm going to do a video on those oils soon. yeah, you can use this Hotfoot powder for anything, basically. Like I've just said, throwing it in the path of your enemy where they've stood, or sprinkle just a tiny. You do not need a lot of Hotfoot powder where it's noticeable. Like, people's going to step over it if they see it. They're going to be like, "What the friggin' hell's that?" But you could even sprinkle it outside your enemy's door, just a tiny little bit, so then they walk over it. And then you state your intentions, like, leave me the F alone, move away, go away. This is what the Hotfoot powder looks like now. Here. This is what it looks like now. I've got the graveyard dirt and sulphur in it. Those little tiny little yellow bits you can see is the sulphur. So this is the Hotfoot powder recipe that everyone wanted to see. I hope you enjoyed it. And let me know how you... Remember, be careful with sulphur because it is dangerous. I will put that out there. Sulphur is very, very dangerous. Wear gloves because if it gets on your skin, it could irritate you a lot. And try not to breathe it in if you can because it could affect your lungs as well. So I will state that it is very, very dangerous, that if it gets on your lungs, you might not be able to breathe properly. So this is why I wear gloves when I make my Hotfoot powder. So this is the Hotfoot powder here. Oh, there we go. That's it there. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will get on to another video soon. Let me know how yours went of you making it and how it worked for you. Remember, use with caution. If you know what I mean. You don't want to be getting caught. Just throwing something in someone's path. People will be like, what the bloody hell is she doing? Use with caution. That's all I'm just saying. Don't get caught doing it. Do it carefully. So I'm going to take these gloves off now. I'm going to stick this Hotfoot powder in a cute little jar that I have. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope you have an awesome morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are. And I will be back with another video soon. It'll only be a short video because I'm just showing a couple of oils that I've got and stuff like that. So have a good day and I will see you soon. Bye.